You think you know the law, kid? The judge chuckled, shaking his head, his gavel tapping with mock amusement. This isn't a debate club, this is a courtroom. The entire room burst into quiet snickers. The teenager standing in the defendant's box didn't flinch. 17, dressed in a hoodie 2 sizes too big, sneakers scuffed, and dark circles under his eyes, he looked like every adult's worst assumption. A troublemaker, a runaway, a future felon. But then he spoke, calm, measured, almost chilling. "Your Honor," he said, voice low but firm, "with all due respect, I've read Article 3, Section 2 of the Constitution. The right to a fair trial includes the right to defend myself, which you're currently mocking." That silenced the room. The judge blinked. "Excuse me?" But the teen didn't pause. "You've prejudged me, based on my clothes, my age, and where I come from. But I know this system better than you think. Because I've studied it, lived it." You could feel the tension shift. The courtroom, packed with lawyers, officers, and spectators, began to lean in. Something was off. Something didn't fit. Why was this kid quoting law like a seasoned attorney? Then the prosecutor smirked. "Let's not pretend you're anything but a punk with a book and an attitude." But the boy turned, eyes cold. "You ever had to represent yourself because no public defender showed up? Ever sat through a trial where the judge never looked you in the eye? I have. Not once, not twice, 4 times. I wasn't always the one in trouble. Sometimes it was my mom, my brother, and there was no one else to fight for them." The judge's grin faded. This wasn't some street-smart kid bluffing with big words. There was something deeper here, sharper. The judge flipped through the case file, then narrowed his eyes. "Mr. Reyes, you're the one who filed your own motion to dismiss this charge." "Yes, Your Honor. I cited 3 precedents and the 6th Amendment. The arresting officer entered my home without a warrant. The charges don't stand." Murmurs rose. The bailiff looked stunned. The clerk's pen hovered, frozen mid-note, and then the judge saw it. Attached at the back of the file, a typed legal brief, precise and professional. Written by the defendant. At 17, the judge leaned forward. "Where did you learn to do this?" The teen's eyes softened. "In the back row of family courtrooms, while my mom cried into her hands, while my little sister clutched my arm, whispering if they'd take her away too. I read every paper they filed. I watched every lawyer fumble through our lives like we were just another number." He paused, a crack finally forming in the armor of composure. "She OD'd last year. No one told me where they took my sister. So I went to the courthouse, sat for hours in the law library, figured out how to file a petition, found her myself, got her placed with my aunt. I wasn't even old enough to vote." By now the courtroom was dead silent. The prosecutor looked away. The judge sat back, no longer smiling. "That's why I'm here," the teen continued. "Not because I broke in anywhere, but because I refused to leave the property when the officer told me to. It was my friend's apartment. I had permission. But they didn't see that. They saw this." He gestured to his hoodie, his skin, and called it trespassing. The judge rubbed his chin. "Mr. Reyes, I owe you an apology." The teen stood taller, not arrogantly, but with the quiet dignity of someone long denied it. "This system wasn't built for kids like me, but I'm learning how to use it, because one day I'm going to change it." A gasp, then a slow, swelling round of applause. Not just from the public seats, but from the back row, where a woman in a legal uniform stood, clapping softly, her eyes misty. She stepped forward. "Your Honor, I'd like to speak. My name is Maria Alvarez. I'm with the State Bar's Youth Mentorship Program. I've been following this young man's filings for months. He's self-taught, brilliant. I was hoping to offer him a scholarship and an internship." The judge looked at the boy, then at the courtroom, then back at the boy. Case dismissed. Gavel, applause. Tears streamed down the teen's face, for once not from loss, but from the first taste of validation, of hope. He looked up. "Thank you, Your Honor." "No," the judge said, standing. "Thank you, Mr. Reyes, for reminding us what justice is supposed to look like. So never judge someone's potential by their appearance. The world's future defenders might be hiding behind hoodies and heartbreak. Before we end this story, let us know in the comment, where are you watching from? If this story touched you, subscribe to the channel and hit that like button and drop a karma in the comments below.